There is a common trope today where men ideally have to be more dominant towards their peers. They have to lead, push others onward, claim responsibility, and all the other backbreaking tasks society expects of them. That may be the reality for many, but the reality often comes with the added burden of being the best of the best. It can eventually lead to toxic masculinity, something that should be avoided at all costs. Toxic masculinity refers to the adherence to traditional roles of men in society, regardless of the changes and progress made by society itself. Not only is this unhelpful to society at large, but it is also antithetical to the growth of individuals. Fear not though, as we can still turn these traditional male roles into something much more positive, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. There are certain ways where one can channel their inner masculinity to propagate an atmosphere of healthy communications and, potentially, stable relationships. Before we dive in, please do not forget to click that like button and don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel for more related videos. Here are 5 different ways to use your innate masculine authority to create healthy relationships. Number 1. Practice empathy. Of course, the trick to creating positive relationships is by establishing a space where mutual respect is paramount and understanding is the name of the game. Empathy is our ability to feel what others feel, either by understanding or just plain sensitivity to whatever someone else is going through. This is a requirement in building healthy relationships, as these types of relationships are solidified by the constancy of compassion and consideration showcased by all parties. This is why you'll find that most relationships that span decades usually involve people who are deeply understanding of each other, who know each other's strengths, weaknesses, fears, dreams, and so on. In short, empathy requires prejudice to be thrown out of the window. Men who have empathy are usually thrust towards positions of leadership as they are seen as exemplary individuals valued by their community for their seemingly natural affinity towards goodwill and compassion. Number 2. Lead by example. There is a vast difference between being a boss of something to being a leader. Being a boss requires you to make decisions for others of which they have to abide by regardless of what they feel. A leader is someone who, as the name suggests, leads, not just by telling people what to do or where to go. A leader meticulously weaves a sense of partnership between him and all his peers, an understanding that they are part and parcel of one system, whatever it may be. Leaders excel at communicating with their peers, either due to empathy or just the charisma that they possess. In any case, any good leader will always lead by example. Leading by example can be a burden, but it is also fulfilling. Seeing the people around you mirror things that you do is a sure sign that you are doing something right. However, you have to make sure that what you do will leave a positive impact. It's not enough to lead by example, you should also lead others in a manner where they can learn more about themselves that also avoid stepping on other people's shoes. Lead by the right example. Number 3. Effective communications. As has been mentioned in many of our videos, effective communication is a two-way street, something that needs to be respected and understood. It isn't enough for you to be able to convey your thoughts and emotions to others. To create a lasting impression and hopefully a healthy relationship, one must also be an active listener. Let's cover the first one first. Being able to communicate what you truly wish to say to others is truly a skill that needs to be nurtured early on. It may sound difficult at first, but constantly embracing truth in your words and following up on promises will make it easier for you to fully convey your sentiments accurately. On to the other part, something which is admittedly much more difficult. Being an active listener requires you to be aware of your peers' sentiments, Listen to their needs and plan changes to make them more comfortable with you. You will need to practice sympathy and forego inner prejudices when you listen to others. This allows them to feel understood and heard, which in turn can lead to more positive communications between you. Number 4. Authenticity. One unspoken rule about creating healthy relationships, one that is also constantly overlooked by many, is to always be yourself. It can be tempting to create an image of yourself that is convenient to those around you, but this only gives a false image of who you really are. Losing yourself in order to enter any relationship is not only a disservice to yourself, but it is also, in some way, disrespectful to anyone you are in a relationship with. Picture this. You pretend to like a certain genre of music in order to impress a girl you like, but the longer you listen to it, the more you grow to not understand or resent it. How can you move forward with her when you have falsely claimed to like the same genre as her, while at the same time hating it? This can only lead to conflict and misunderstanding. One effective way to counter this is to be upfront about your likes and dislikes. Establish a clear set of boundaries for yourself, while also respecting that the other person also has their own boundaries, likes and dislikes. Number 5. Personal growth is paramount. Healthy relationships develop best when parties involved value self-improvement above all else. This isn't only limited to romantic relationships, but also to platonic and even professional ones. Any person who knows the importance of bettering themselves is worthy to keep around. Not only do they do it for themselves, but they also have an understanding that their improvement can and will also benefit those around them. On another note, they can even push others to commit to self-improvement in the process. Mutual support for self-improvement is a boon not only to the relationship, but also to their self-image. After all, what can you not do when you have the full support of someone who believes in your capabilities? And there you have it. A few healthy ways to use your masculine authority to create healthy relationships. The most important relationship to nurture and maintain is the one you have with yourself. So wise up and constantly seek ways to improve upon who you are. If you found this video helpful, please do not hesitate to send it to a friend in need. See you in the next video.